So we want to look at AUD USD on a daily time frame. Shall we FS Hub? AUD daily. So the first we need to look at is our highs, where we have our roof, and to see how price has returned on that roof for potential sell-off. See the roof actively. Trend line should be treated as zone because most times when price come there, it doesn't just react exactly at that level. So it needs to add up. So we have here 2021, 2022, and we came 2024 October, and ultimately AUD USD gave up. And this might be a long ride, you know. So now let's look at we have found our roof, where is our floor, very decent floor, nice and decent floor. So this is our floor for AUD USD. So if you look critically, you will find out this becomes an institutional descending trend line. So for every time price returns at this level, it's an automatic buy and it's a buy and hold. So this is a long-term buy idea. So every time price returns at that level, the buy idea is held firmly until a significant change in price is established. And we can look at the structure from here. We have here supply roof and break of the supply roof here becomes a demand. And the last dot gives us our descending trend line and ultimately price return to respect that structure in November 2022 at the final bullish move. And from the roof, we got the same from the roof. You see how beautiful the structure is playing. And we got here, and finally, the last setup in the month of September, and we are selling down to your next sell structure, your next buy structure is going to be on this descending trend line. It's an institutional descending trend line. These things are easy. We don't want to bother you with so much grammar. There's so much grammar going on in this market, and I can tell you it doesn't represent winning. The structure of the market is saying that AED USD has a long way to go. But however, let us look for other buy evidence. We have a break of structure at this level from 2020 price action, where price has formed a double structure after rejecting 0.54957 level. So that level was rejected in 2020 and price formed a double structure, bullish price action, where price switched from lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, series of lower lows until we have a change in bias and price started trending. So at that level, you can see critically that we have a structure at this level where price broke out from the double bottom, then test the neckline of the double bottom. This is the neckline first, the break of the neckline and price tested. When price returns to this level, so technically, I expect here to hold price. So this level should hold price actively. So this is what we see and this is what it is. So at this level, we expect here as supply roof, break of the supply roof, demand floor, one. So price returns, demand floor, two. And it is back again, three, four, five in the zone. And price returns actively with a likely double structure. And price is likely to make its way up. But let us also look at it. There is also another break of structure at this level. which we want to put into consideration as buy evidence that this market is going to buy, despite being bearish. I know a lot of people say do not look for bullish opportunity in a bearish market. The market cannot go in one direction. That is impossible. It's practically impossible for market to remain in one direction. No matter how it is, market must correct in course correction, course correction. It is a an uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher higher low. It is a downtrend, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So where are the highs? So let's say we're in a downtrend, we're looking for a high. Lower low, we're looking for a lower high. So we need to move up. When we get to a lower high, then we draw down again, lower low. So this is what we see based on the structure and based on our strategy. It is very orthodox in the sense that we do not introduce those grammars that will make it very impossible for you to understand how to interpret the market. We can also do that if we want to introduce grammar. We can also do it. So in this case, we want to keep it as simple as possible. So we have here a demand floor, break of a demand floor and retest, supply roof, break of a supply roof, retest, 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 and price back for a retest with a swing where we go back to test a broken ascending trend line. We have a breakout from this level. Let's look the body of the candle in an extreme upswing, which I think is very unlikely that the upswing might get to this level. But let's not underrate the Australian economy. So we'll continue to see what Reserve Bank of Australia is doing recently. We look at what they are doing. But this is what we have. This is the break of structure we have an ascending trend line on head price actively, where the Australian dollar have taken the opportunity for upswing and suddenly the structure is broken. I will change the color to black. So the breakout of that structure ultimately send price on retest. After the retest, price is set. So what we see is a situation where price will go back to retest this level, the broken supply demand floor between the supply roof. So at that level, this is also possible that the swing, a little change in Reserve Bank of Australia monetary policy can set up a bullish pedestal for Australian dollar. So if that happens, you see that our bearish analysis will be put on hold despite being extremely bearish. That doesn't mean we can't see for correction in a bearish market. If the market is bearish, it's lower low, lower high. So we are aiming for a lower high, and at that level, we back down for another lower low where we break the previous low. So this is what we expect to see in the market, and most definitely this is going to play out. And the more advanced of this is you also look at it from this area. This is the floor October 2023, and we join you in this new projection in August 2024, and we have seen a deep breakout retest at that level. So on a more extreme case, you might see on a lighter retest, you might see price come down to this level to retest the structure. As this structure is still a value structure, it's still very much value. We also see it being tested within the color. So you see the structure come down, and it's most likely price might come down to test it. We have here as a demand floor, we come here as a demand floor, and here we as a demand floor, and a break of a demand floor, and a retest and price is down. So most likely price might come down here and continue to sell down in line with the descending trend line connecting the roof. So if you see the drop down from here, so we might see price play from this level. So this is also possible. So this is the roof, a supply roof, where price is expected to make its way down, and then we have a floor based on the descending structure. So you see that price is setting itself up for a potential buy opportunity, and based on what we have here, opening of Sydney market, please buy AED loan. You can see the descending structure, dynamic demand flow. Every time price comes to this level, it's a buy. Every time price comes to this level, it's a buy. You can see the structure. The way the structure is moving now, price gets actively on the floor. So the worst that can happen by Sydney opening is for price to try to beat itself maybe by Monday and reject market, where we need to retest and come to believe ultimately we need to come back again to break the psychological demand floor where it's expected that AED USD will continue to sell. But at this level, let's just keep it like this. Keep it simple that AED is going to buy. AED is going to buy. So let's just say that we might have a little pullback, a little pullback. But ultimately, if we have another pullback from here, we're going to be rejected. We come back to the test soon. So these are zones that are likely to be tested. So if you go here, that will be considerable time to take your profit and get off the market. I mean, it's not your personal property. It's not a personal property. So that I know confidently that this is the new structure of ADD and you can see the roof, you can see the floor. So in the future, I expect, in fact, we pulled out from the structure in 10 days, ADD dropped about this length. So if you break out from this structure, this is psychological demand for ADD to technically come to this level where you need to look for potential buy opportunity at 0.43 level. So this is what we see on daily. We pull this out after a 10-day bearish drop in AED in 2000, 2001, right? Yeah, we pull this line out. So we are sure that if we have a change in monetary policy, price could switch. Even in a month, price can drop more than this in a month. So begin to set your buy order at 0.26 level depending on the prevailing market condition. Everything here is subject to fundamental analysis. So they could be invalidated based on what market dictates. So if buyers change, of course, it's going along with a change in trade dynamics. So it is what it is. I found another structure here on this level. Very beautiful structure. We have another structure at this level. Clean breaker structure. Where we have see that structure I was the structure that gave birth to that cell. I love that structure. I love it. You see that structure? Very nice. Here we also supply roof, take off the supply roof, price comes on demand, take off the demand flow, price on the retest, price coming on retest, price coming on retest, and final retest. Price is sinking, price up, price up. So this is what it is. And let's see if we can bring that structure. See what happens. Let's see if price already broke structure. This is the most current low we had. It's already broken. So AUD will continue. AUD will continue to drop. AUD will continue to drop. So at the moment we have an upswing opening of the week where we see the rally up. So that rally up is to create a higher high, a lower high. So when the price gets to that lower high, it hits the resistance structure that works on descending trend and create a lower low. So this is what we expect based on our strategy at Shabby FS. So this is daily, so we need to come back to 4 hours to